What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and as you can tell by the title, I'm back again with another reaction video. Without further ado, let's get straight into this.
While we like to think that we have the basics of life figured out, there are some things that never made the headlines. Here are facts that should be common knowledge, but aren't. But before we start, improve your common knowledge by subscribing to our channel. Antibiotics. When we get sick with any illness, we seem to have this conditioned belief that if we go to the doctor and get antibiotics, then we can be cured. But this element of common knowledge isn't the case. If you have a virus, you can't get an antibiotic for it, as this medication is solely for bacterial infections. If you decide to ignore this and push for an antibiotic anyway, you are at risk of building up an immunity to that antibiotic, therefore forcing it to become ineffective. The left lane. In the United States, the left lane has been commonly known as the fast lane, but departments of transportation all over the country are now using the power of social media to combat this incorrect information. The left lane is meant to be a passing lane so that you have a safe way to go around a slower car. Drowning. Thanks to mainstream media in Hollywood, we typically think of a drowning person as someone in the water screaming for help and flailing their arms. But, and what should be common knowledge, drowning is quiet because the mouths of those drowning don't go above water long enough to inhale, exhale, and yell. Plus, the victim can't voluntarily control their movements, and the arms are normally below the surface in the body's desperation to keep afloat. Drowning people only stay afloat for about 20 to 60 seconds before drowning actually occurs. I'm sorry. Most of the world believes that if you say, "I'm sorry," you're admitting that you're wrong and accepting defeat. But this isn't the case. The saying, "I'm sorry," means that you are feeling sorrowful for what happened, and it doesn't mean that it's actually an admission of guilt. The brain. There is a popular misconception that we only use 10% of our brains, and that geniuses like Albert Einstein had their knowledge because they could tap into a larger percentage of their brain. While this myth is false common knowledge, there is good news. We do actually use most of our brains, if not all of our brain. It just depends on what we're doing at the time and which section of the brain is activated. But if we used 100% of our brain at the same time, that's dangerous and we'd most likely be having a seizure. Freedom of speech. Anyone who has gotten into an argument with someone else online, they have probably encountered the phrase, "Freedom of speech is my First Amendment right, and I can say what I want." While that's true, the United States First Amendment only protects your right to say whatever you want and not be punished by the government, but it doesn't protect you from the consequences of your words. Porta Potty. Using a portable bathroom isn't ideal for most of us, as they are known to smell bad. How many of us have wondered why the porta potty industry hasn't come up with a good way to get rid of the smell? They have come up with a way, it's just that we're not using the porta potty properly. You must put the lid down after you're done using the toilet, and there is a venting system that filters the smelly air out of the porta potty. Room for fish. Much of the world thinks that it is common knowledge to keep a goldfish and a betta fish in a small bowl, and therefore not surprised when the fish's lifespan is weeks. However, the lifespan of these two fish are in years, so what is keeping them from living longer? Small bowls. Traditional fish bowls aren't large enough for the fish to swim and grow, let alone get enough oxygen. A fish bowl is comparable to putting your fish in the toilet and hoping for the best. Alcohol. Considering the large number of people who drink alcohol, you would think that this would be more well known. Anything that alters your state of mind is considered a drug. Because alcohol alters your state of mind the more you drink it, alcohol is technically considered to be a drug. Veins. When we look at our arms and legs, we see our veins, which can range in color scheme from blue to even green. Because of this, there are a lot of people who believe that our blood is blue while it is inside of us, and turns red once it is extracted from us. It should be common knowledge that our blood is red, and the only reason why veins are the colors they are is due to a combination of skin and light interacting with each other. Alright folks, please let us know down below that you already knew all of these facts. Good? Good. Anyway, while you're still here, why don't you check out these other videos, throw the—
Well, I feel a bit educated from that. I don't even know. Well, thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because I'll be making more